What's up, everybody? Silver Stacked here. So today I figured we'd take a quick look at some of my favorite generic silver. So I've got in this bag here, it's actually an old bank bag I got from a buddy on Instagram. So today we are looking at, these are 1 ounce A-mark rounds that I've had sitting in this bank bag for quite some time now. Figure I'm going to give them some time in the bank bag and they'll eventually tone up a little bit, but in the short term they haven't really, I'm assuming anyway, but when I'm pulling them out, it's the first time they've been out in about a month, figuring that there's not going to be too much toning on them. Things like that take quite a bit of time, so give this guy a little dump here and take a look and see what we got. So these old bank bags are actually one of my favorite ways to store silver. It's not exactly the prettiest way of doing it, but it actually is pretty cool. You kind of feel like a bank robber when you're carrying a coin bag of silver around. Alright, so these are all 1 ounce A-mark rounds from the 1980s. So you're looking at 1985. I'm not worrying too much about handling these because they've already had a good bit of handling. They're not going to ever be shown or sold rather as sold purely based on condition. These are the kind of things you're going to sell based purely on what the silver value is. So we got some 84s. What else do we have? Got some 1985. So the backs of these are modeled after, I believe it's the seated reverse, or the reverse of the seated Liberty. But I'm not 100% on that. Not terribly up to date on my numismatic side of things. So some of these, in spite of being, this one's what, 30 years old, still has a nice little bit. It's still like a little mirror there. And other ones have a little bit of toning to them. Not as mirror-like in effect or finish on them. So when I bought these rounds initially, I actually sold all the really nicely rainbow toned ones. I got kind of lucky. There were a few that just had some absolutely insane monster rainbow toning on them. And those ones I actually sold off real quick. The tone thing looks pretty, all that, but I'd rather make a quick buck off it and reinvest it back into silver. Just straight bullion. So these guys, you can see a little bit of toning to these ones. Nothing too crazy. Get a little bit of color on the edges. So more videos to come. Comment below, check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see. And alrighty, thanks for looking, guys.